What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Kim here, and we are back at it with another video. I'm going to be talking to y'all today about why I stopped playing Dead by Daylight. I actually was just going to leave it in the dark and never talk about it, but then people kept asking me, so I'm like, you know what, I'll just do the video. I personally stopped finding ways to make DBD look fun because I stopped having fun. And I know if I'm not enjoying something, that I know it's not fun for y'all to watch. I sat up there and I grinded all the way to the top ranks for both Survivor and Killer. Felt like I did everything that I needed to do for my own personal milestones. I got to the top ranks and I was kind of done, and I didn't really care for the game anymore. I would play a lot of Killer when my friends went on, when my SWF wasn't on, and then I would go play Survivor when my SWF was on. But then my SWF kind of fell out after I stopped playing Survivor. I kind of slowly stopped playing Killer, even though I loved Killer. Alright, so I guess the one that I kind of want to talk about first, since it's the more recent reason, I fully moved to PC, as y'all know, even though Dead by Daylight does have crossplay. However, it has cross progression for only the Google Stadia and Steam, so there's no way that you can cross progress all your console stuff to PC or vice versa. It sucks, and I kind of just quit the game because of that. I don't feel like plugging in my Xbox every time I want to play DVD, or I kind of felt like playing DVD because I wasn't that much into DVD anymore. I really wasn't. I had updates for the game and kind of trash internet. Now I'm not on the same internet that I used to be. I just didn't have the time to wait for updates for a game that I knew I wasn't really gonna play like that anymore. It's not only that I had a lot of progress, I had a lot of stuff that I purchased on it. Thing is, back when it was hard to cross progress DLC was when there was no in-game stores. For instance, I don't know if you ever played Call of Duty World War II, right? The DLC for that game, you have to buy it off that specific game console store. So even if they had cross progression for that game, it was no way that stuff could bring over, because those purchases are exclusively with the Microsoft store. However, Dead by Daylight is not like that unless it comes to the Killer DLC, which I am totally fine with buying Killers all over again. But the costumes, all the costumes and stuff that I bought all over, it's kind of like Siege, where it's an in-game store, and I don't really feel like sitting up there and rebuying all that stuff over again when it's an in-game store that they can literally easily just transfer my profile over to my PC. If they make a cross progression, I'll rebuy the DLC, but those costumes, dude, I need those. I'm not rebuying costumes. I would say I put a little bit over $100, probably more, into this game in cosmetics, and I'm not about to sit up there and get rid of all that because I moved to a whole different platform. Alright, number 2. There was this hitbox issue when I played Killer, and I only noticed it when I started playing at higher levels of Killer. I didn't really notice it when I played against people that weren't that good, and when I started getting more and more into higher red ranks, I started to notice it more with lower end killers. Now, I don't have any clips for y'all. I really wish I had some clips on it. I don't know if it was a network issue. I don't know if it was latency and ping. I don't know what it was. When I'd play Killer, there was this thing that survivors have learned how to do, back at least when I was playing. I don't know if it's still in the game because I haven't played in over a month. Thing that survivors would do, no matter if you're holding the attack button and you're lunging towards them, or you're getting really close and just trying to quick hit them, they would do this thing to where they just turn diagonally. Because when you play Killer on DVD, the game kind of aim assist you in a way to where it kind of makes sure that you hit the people, but the survivors found a way to exploit that to where it would not work and it would mess up, and it got to the point where I couldn't hit anybody, and I was like, dude, what is this? Lunges don't work. I couldn't lunge from you to far distance. Okay, that's fine. I even started to try to get really close upon people and then hit people. That didn't seem to work. It was nothing I could do. And I was just like, dude, this is ridiculous. I didn't know what to do. I don't know if it was a latency thing. I don't know if it's a ping thing. And I've been playing this game for a long time, for years. I just started to notice it. I don't know where it came from. I don't know. I don't know. But that was the main reasons why I stopped enjoying Killer, because it was annoying. I couldn't hit anybody, and it's not like that sucked. I was a rank 1 killer. It was stupid and it made no sense. Another thing, and I hated this because it is so toxic, cheapest way to let your fellow survivor leave. I had a toxic SWF that did this one time. I even sent the Killer message look, I don't agree with that. Feel free to report, because I hate when people do that to me. You have no type of sportsmanship if you ever have done this and you play DBD. I would play killer, right? It'd be 2 survivors left, and I'm trying to get a 4-man. I would have to sit up there, and I would try to find Hatch, couldn't find Hatch. I knew where one was, and obviously I knew that that one person that I downed was dead on hook, so I didn't want to just put them on hook, and I didn't know where the Hatch was, so I didn't want to, you know, put them on hook. You know, they die, and then the other survivor may know where Hatch is and escape. So I would slug that person and try to go get the 4-man. And what people would do is they would sit up there, they would wait till their fellow survivor finds Hatch and then leave the game so that the hatch opens and they can escape. I used to get so pissed because it was cheating. If it is not a intended way that the devs want you to win the game, it's cheating. I don't care how you want to suffice it. It was nothing but exploiting the game and you were cheating. And I hate anybody that did that. You had no sportsmanship. You probably never played a single sport in your life. You sucked to me. And I hated you as a player. You're a cheater. Period, point blank. The next one that I do want to talk about, and I've been thinking about it a lot too more recently, and actually True Talent put out a video talking about it with this other YouTuber. It was a thing that I always talked about. It's the balance of like the kills and escapes, especially at higher ranks. When you get to higher ranks, you know how much more you have to do in order to get 4 rids. It's ridiculous. If you don't get all 4 kills, not only will the entity be displeased, but you're probably not gonna get all 4 of the ridicence. The stress that they put on you at high red ranks to get 4-mans was ridiculous, especially of how these people used to play, like the people that used to just leave. Score should be more focused for this game of getting hooks than getting kills. And he made a good point that it really does get your head when you play really good and people end up escaping and you just see entity displeased. And it's like, dude, I can't let one person escape. I was that killer that would sit up there and I would let you get out. If you were to find a survivor and you didn't wiggle on my shoulder, I would let you escape. I would go find Hatch for you and I would let you escape. I didn't always care about 4 rids, but you know, when I was really trying to grind to rank 1, I needed a 4 rid every single time. And the fact that I had so much stress on having to kill every single person. Killer takes way more skill than Survivor. Anybody that plays Survivor and Killer knows this. Only Survivor may sit up there and say that Survivor takes more skill and games killer side at boo, blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of crap, all right? There's so much more things that a killer has to think about. They have to think about what perks does every single survivor have. Time is really efficient for them. They have to make sure their chases are perfect because time is everything. Survivors are 100% in control of every single game. The faster they do gens, the less time that you have. The more mistakes that you make in chases is the more time that they have to do gens. You're on so much of a crunch time. You can't win a chase. You have to know when to stop chasing and go do some gen defense. It's a crunch and it can be really stressful against a really, really good SWF. Survivor, all you gotta do, make sure you have really good chases. Make sure that your team is doing gens. Teammate is hooked, go save them. Killer's not looking, heal them up. Get gens done, get out. Just make sure the killer doesn't get you by having good chases. That's all it is. And every veteran knows how easy it used to be for survivors in looping. True Talent put a video up one time just showing how survivors could just vault windows in like 0.1 seconds. There was no way that you were ever getting a survivor. The game used to be way more survivor sided, and it's still not killer sided at all. Survivors have so much control, dude. My point is, I do agree that there needs to be a better balancing of kills/escapes. How easy it is to just bring a key and just escape that way. It's a lot. I think that hooks should be more of a focus and you should get way more points for doing hooks than getting those kills. I think that would make the game a lot more enjoyable for killers. It'd be a lot less tunneling, be a lot less camping. I 100% agree with this statement. Another reason why I feel like I quit is because the devs do not know how to balance the game. A lot of it ties into toxic survivors and them being at odds between the survivors and the killer side of the community. Out of at least all the communities I play, because like Call of Duty is a really toxic community, but I would honestly say that DBD is the most toxic community out of any gaming community I've ever played with, including COD, and COD is pretty toxic. There was a point in time, and this was after I left DBD, I still watch some of my favorite DBD YouTubers. I just started back watching True Talent. I don't really watch Zubat like that anymore, but TURJ and Spook and Jukes were the 2 main DBD YouTubers that I still watch to this day. If you need to know how toxic DBD is, go watch TURJ or go watch Spook and Jukes, and he will show you how toxic the dang on community is. TTVs and all. There is a time time that the devs removed bloodlust from the game. I don't know what they were trying to test. I don't know why they need to test this when the vanilla DVD was so bad for killers that we needed vault times nerf and we needed bloodlust. I'll be honest, I don't know the in-depth details about like every single tier of bloodlust. The main thing about bloodlust is if a chase takes too long, you as a killer will gain little tiny increments of speed boosters like as the tiers go up, and it's really needed because a lot of times a loop can be so good that if bloodlust did not exist, you could just get infinite looped. Go look at TTRJ's video when bloodlust was removed and he was going against a Michael. The Michael couldn't touch him because there was no boost. I don't know why we needed to test that, to know that. Maybe not every single bloodlust, but we need bloodlust. It just shows me that the devs don't know what they want to do with the game. Oh, you know I gotta save the best one for last. This is the second time where I quit DBD. First time I quit DBD was because of this. I was not as good as I was towards like the last run that I had. The community of DBD, the worst community to ever. Survivors. Let me be more strict about who I'm talking about here. Entitled, moaning, complaining survivors. Survivors are like children, my guy. They will make mistakes themselves and then complain to you and get mad at you for their own mistakes all the time. The survivor mentality, right? I'm so serious. I'm not lying. Literally, the survivor mentality is let me live, let me win and escape, or you suck and I hate you. That's literally their mentality. I'm not joking to you. Go watch. They will make the dumbest mistakes and get mad at you for punishing. There was a time when I tried to main every single killer in the game. I used to be a Wraith main, then I moved to being a Hag main, then I moved to being Legion main, and I moved into being a Pig main after Legion, and then it was Michael Myers. But anyways, there was a time when I was maining Hag, right? And I had Ruin, and there was like 3 survivors, right? Trying to all fight me to get the Ruin gone. One would try to distract me and run away while the other one would sit up there and try to go get the totem. And I would go back and stop them over and over again. And I'm just like, dude, are y'all serious? Go do a Jin. Let me tell you what they did. Let me tell you what a smart survivor would do, okay? So they're fighting me over this Ruin, going back and forth, and I'm obviously not letting them go to get it. My objective is killer. You know, it's in the name. My objective is killer, is to kill you, yes? That's my objective as a killer, is to kill you. If you're going to stay in one area, all of you guys, it's 3 of you. That means I have potential to kill 3 of you. Why would I leave? Why would I say, you know what, you guys, yeah, you want the totem, I'm gonna leave and let you guys get the totem? No! They wanted me to commit to one chase so they could just easily get the totem. No, obviously I still want the totem up. And it's like I'm not purposely camping the totem, but if y'all are going to keep coming back and I know you're over here, okay, I'm gonna keep coming back and hitting y'all and getting y'all off the totem. And then at the end of that game, they had the nerve to send me a message like, you really just gonna try to keep your Ruin? Yes! Easily. All you had to do was go do Jins. All Unnerfed Ruin did was make it so that you had to get a great skill check or the shit will be regressed. All that tells me is that y'all don't have enough skill to do great skill checks over and over again. I personally got so good at great skill checks that even when like there wasn't a Ruin or anything, I could do great skill checks like it was nothing. And like practice makes perfect. That's why it's called a skill check. But y'all were y'all have it implanted in y'all mind so much that y'all cannot do Jins without getting this Ruin, that y'all wasted all y'all time. They lost that match because they got no Jins done, and I was getting hooks on them and downing them and all that because they didn't do anything. And all they cared about was the Ruin. They cared about more about a totem than Jins. They'll sit up there and get mad at you. Or they'll sit up there and they'll wait until you hook somebody, right? And then they'll wait until you just turn around and then they'll go unhook somebody. Or people will just unhook somebody in front of you. And then when you're down that same person, they'll get mad. Like, you tunneled me. Okay, why are you getting mad at me instead of your idiotic teammate who saved you off the hook in front of me? What am I supposed to ignore you and go for the dude that's not hurt? The easier, smarter play is to go for the person that's already hurt. And you want me to sit up there and go for the person that's not hurt and waste precious time chasing a new person than getting you? Why would I do that when time is crucial for killers? To make the experience easy for you? Yes, that's all it is. That's all they want. It's let me win or you suck. If I'm winning, dude, I'm getting a message. That's literally how DBD is. And I got so tired of, man, And TRJ made a good point, and he was like, hey, like, y'all are really out here letting these survivors bitch y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I got so fed up of the entitled complaining that I was like, you know what, forget it. And I started playing the way that they wanted me to, you know, say when they would get saves off the hook right in front of me, I would just go after the person that, you know, unhooked him instead of punishing, you know, that stupid mistake. You know, I would sit up there, and if I seen someone that I know I just got into a chase with, I would leave them alone. So they know you're tunneling me, you know. And it's like I would end up losing, and they would all escape, or most of them would escape, and they would sit up there and teabag. I really stopped paying attention to the teabagging. Because if I know you're at the gate, and if I know you made it out, I'm not going to go to the gate to watch you teabag me. Alright, I'm going to go, and I'm just going to farm points. You got to do is just tear them up. Kick their ass. Get good at your loops. Get good at chases. And like, I play Survivor. I've gotten tunneled, yes. But do I complain? No. Why? Because I make sure that my chases are really good. I've been chased for entire games. So no, I didn't get points. But me and the rest of my squad got out. Why? Because I was good at the chase. To where even though I was getting tunneled, just me getting chased and my other 3 fellow survivors going to do gens, got the gens done, got us out like that. Because that killer wasted a whole bunch of time trying to chase me. Duh. But it's like they focus so much on like, oh, I want to go do gens, I want to do other stuff, I don't want to get chased the whole time. Dude, that's literally the fun part of the game. Getting chased. I honestly, y'all, I could go on and on about this subject, but I have been talking for a total of 33 minutes. I'm obviously gonna edit this down so it's not as long for y'all. But yeah, those are the main reasons why I quit DBD. I have seen the new killer of DBD, and I'm thinking about getting the game and just trying out that killer. I didn't play for a while. I played the Blight one time, and I was new to the Blight, and it was new killer, and I was tunneling, and people were and I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm not even that good with Blight. Yeah, I got a 4K, and yeah, I got the 4 reds, and you tunneled it. I'm like, alright, man. Yeah, I don't care. But anyways, without dragging this video on longer, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Let me know if y'all want me to go revisit DBD or not. I can. I actually have a few more clips that I could put up of DVD if y'all want to see some extra old DVD content that I just never put up. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Love y'all as always. Peace.